the Honourable Prime Minister, the members of Namara Trust Holdings Ltd, the Vanua of Duvu, Yadua, and of course the people of Nadroga. Gives us much pleasure to be here, and in fact more importantly to see the completion of this subdivision. As you know, Namara Trust approached us some years back after the Honourable Prime Minister announced this initiative to help Itauke landowners, as he said, to carry out subdivisions. The whole idea of government helping Itauke landowners, whether they come as a trust, whether they come as a landowning unit, or whether they come individually to have subdivisions done, we're here to assist them to subdivide the land because we want the landowners themselves to directly get that benefit. As many of you know that before, landowners did not have the cash up front to go and carry out the subdivision. So many people would come and lease the land, they'd give it out very cheaply, and they would carry out the subdivision, and they would get the cream, as they say. They get the best dollar, the most dollar. So under the Honourable Prime Minister's initiative and his announcement, about 6 years ago, we started this initiative. So when Namara came to us, we saw this as one of the prime spots. And today you see this beautiful subdivision. It's prime land. It's actually very much driven by a tourism sector. The subdivision the Honourable Prime Minister opened today, this morning in Vunda, is a different environment. It's high up on a hilltop. It overlooks Nandi Bay. It's what we call lifestyle subdivision. Over here, it's more prime subdivision. Whenever we do such a subdivision, at the end of it, we get the land valued because we want the landowners to get the maximum price. To give you an example, one of the lots over here, lot 12, is valued at $1.67 million. One lot. We have one lot here, lot 11, that's valued at $1.9 million. This is the minimum value. In other words, you can get more than this. If you sold 2 or 3 lots, there's some lots here, one lot here is valued at 410,000, a smaller lot, but still a good amount of money. If you have 2 or 3 people building homes, suddenly the value of all the other lots will go up. One of the conditions that we have in respect of government carrying out the subdivision is that you cannot sell any of these lots less than the value of the lot. Sell it for more, no problem, but you cannot sell it for less. Because sometimes people may get enticed. Somebody may come along and say, I'll give you $4 million now, give me 5 lots. And you may think $4 million is a lot of money. But in fact, you're giving away land that may be worth $7 million. So this is the only condition that we have. So ladies and gentlemen, what this property will do now, as it is, people want to drive in. We've had a lot of people saying it's a nice subdivision, we want to go and have a look. The value of all the land around here, around Yadua, around Duvu, going up towards Singatoga, that will also go up. The Coral Coast, Singatoga area is very much tourism driven also. Tourism is now back up. Hotel occupancy at places like the Fijian is now 99%, 100%, 95%, which means a lot of the hotel staff are now going back to work. But there's also a shortage of homes in the Singatoga area. People are renting 1 or 2 bedroom homes, I know, at very high rates. In fact, in some of the villages along here, people are renting homes in the villages. Places like Singatoga, even down Sila, as you know that I know a little bit about Sila. So that's what's happening. So government has got an initiative where if anybody's building their first home, we give a $30,000 grant as long as you earn less than $50,000 a year. So if there's more subdivisions by the landowners, more people will want to come and buy the lease. And more people will build homes. And as the Honourable Prime Minister said, when people build homes, it creates a lot more money. Because somebody to dig the foundation, lay the bricks, do the painting, do the plumbing, do the roof, all of that creates or puts money into people's pockets. So this is a wonderful opportunity. And we always use this occasion to highlight to you whereabouts in Fiji, where else in Fiji are these subdivisions taking place. There's already 10 on our list at the moment. As the Honourable Prime Minister said, last week he was in Tailevu. where we had a residential subdivision that he commissioned. It's now, will be ready to be sold, individual lots. This morning he was in Vunda, which is about 8 residential lots. There's 2 about to be commissioned. We have one in Warimbitia, where you have 17 residential lots. As highlighted by the Honourable Prime Minister over here, you can see there's no overhead cables. Next time there's a cyclone, there's nothing to blow down because everything is underground. So that's what you call building climate resilience. Warimbitia, we're doing the same thing. There's 17 residential lots. We're doing that at a cost of $1.4 million. Saweni, which is a Patina property investment, there's one individual lady who's gone and leased the land from her Matangali, and she came to us. She had a scheme plan. We've done the subdivision. There's 34 residential lots at a cost of about in excess of $1.9 million. We did Vunda today. Yadua we are doing today. This cost us $2.7 million. We've already done Nasongela in Tailevu, which cost us $2.89 million. In Vunda, one of the former Fijian rugby players, he and his wife have gone and leased land from their own Matangali. They've got a 99-year lease or development lease. We're doing 15 residential lots for them. Beautiful views, like we have views over here, overlooking the Mamanudas. 15 residential lots, and currently work is going on there. We have one in Tavua. The groundbreaking ceremony was done by the Honourable Prime Minister. They've got 34 residential lots, 3 commercial lots at a cost of $3.2 million. We have another one in Visese, 45 residential lots, and currently there's works going on with the consultancy. Saravi, which is a Haravi Holdings up here between Tambua Sens and Hideaway. We're currently carrying out the scheme plan. And also in Lotoka, Korotu properties, about 18 residential lots. So these are the current projects. Yesterday at Fiji Day, we had somebody who came up to us at Churchill Park and saying we want to subdivide our land in Nasolo, in Ba, near Moto. So more and more people are coming forward. You also can see, those of you who are here today, you can see the benefits of this subdivision. Nobody loses out. In fact, everybody gains. And in fact, the people who gain the most are the landowners. Because they still own the land, as the Honourable Prime Minister said. They never will lose their land. They'll be able to now use that land to generate cash for themselves. They'll increase the value of their land, and they become what we call true landowners, who are not only asset rich, but also cash rich, which is very, very important. It's very simple to get this subdivision done. If you have a scheme plan, you have your environmental impact assessment done, we can then come forward and do the subdivision for you. We don't charge you a single cent. Namara Trust Holdings has not paid a single cent for any of the subdivision. The same way, anybody comes along with scheme plan, EIA will do again that for you for free. If you have not done your EIA or your scheme plan, we can do that for you, but we'll charge you for that because everybody needs to be treated equally. So ladies and gentlemen, that's where we are today. As the Honourable Prime Minister said, the economy is opened up, is growing. This is the perfect time to get into such investments. Because when the economy is on the upward rise, that's the time to make your investment. Because then you'll be able to take full advantage of it. We'd like to thank everybody involved. I'd like to first and foremost, and please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for our Honourable Prime Minister for coming up with this initiative. I have to say this because I can say this because I'm from Nadroga. Matabata, Yavulo. I can say this. I know there's a lot of talk going on in Nadroga at the moment about our land being lost. Last year there's talk about Bill 17. Bill 17 is now become an Act of Parliament, Act 22 of 21. Nobody's land been taken away. Nothing's happened to the land. Land is still there. So please, as somebody from Nadroga, I can speak to you and say that to you. There's a lot of untruths going around. A lot being said about the Honourable Prime Minister. This today should prove to you, it should prove to you that everything is going right. That the Prime Minister is taking down the right path. And there's nothing to fear. Read the Constitution yourself. It's translated in the Itoke language. You will see how it guarantees the ownership of land. And we cannot look backwards, we need to look forward. And in this way, everybody will get empowered. So thank you to everybody that's been involved. I'd like to thank, of course, all the consultants and the Shah and his team from Ministry of Economy. He has a team of very good people who carry out the subdivision. They do the assessment for us. Suli from Attorney General's Chambers, who does all the legal vetting for us. Everybody's had a hand, all the utility companies. We'd like to thank them all for delivering a world-class subdivision. This subdivision you can find anywhere in the world. It meets all the standards that you'll find. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your presence today, and I wish you a good afternoon. Minaka, thank you.